Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Nadira Riandani and I'm from FBD. In this video, I'd like to present you about sampling in research methodology subject. These are contents of slide. I've split my talk into three sections. There are the definition of sampling, probability sampling, and non-probability sampling. Now I will start with the definition, but before talking about definition of sampling, I like to tell you about population first because population is closely related to the sampling. Population is generally a large collection of individual or objects that is the main focus of a scientific query. It is for the benefit of the population that researches are done. However, due to the large size of population, researchers often cannot test every individual in the population because it is too expensive and time consuming. This is the reason why researchers rely on sampling technique. Now, we'll move on to the definition of sampling. Sampling is a process used in statistical analysis in which a predetermined number of observations that are taken from a large population. Sampling technique has two types. There are probability sampling and non-probability sampling. Now, I will explain first about probability sampling. Okay. Probability sampling is a sampling technique where a researcher sets a selection of few criteria and chooses members of a population randomly. All the members have an equal opportunity to be a part of the sample with this selection parameter. As you can see, these are the categories of probability sampling. There are simple random sampling, stratified random sampling, systematic sampling, and cluster random sampling. Okay, now I will start with simple random sampling. System random sampling is a method that every single member of population is chosen randomly and narrowly by chance. While cluster sampling is something that researchers divide the entire population into section or cluster that represent population. It is usually based on age, gender, and location. We'll continue to systematic sampling. Systematic sampling is a method that researchers choose the sample member of population at regular interval. And the last one is stratified random sampling is a method that researchers divide the population into smaller groups that don't overlap but represent entire population. Okay, this probability sampling has many advantages such as a comparative easier method of sampling, less degree of judgment, high level of reliability of research finding, high accuracy of sampling error estimation, can be done even by non-technical individual, and the last one is the absence of both systematic and sampling bias. But probability sampling also has this advantage. There are monotonous work. Selecting specific class is only for samples and higher complexity and can be more expensive and time consuming. Okay, now we will move on to non-probability sampling. Non-probability defined as a sampling technique in which the researcher selects sample based on the subjective judgment of the researcher. Non-probability sampling also have four categories. There are convenience sampling, quota sampling, purposive sampling, and snowball sampling. Okay, the first one is quota sampling. Quota sampling is a method that based on a preset standard, while convenience sampling is a method that dependent on the ease of access to subject. Uh, Purposive sample, or known as judgmental sample, is a method that formed by discretion of the researcher. And the last one is snowball sampling, is a method that applied when the subjects are difficult to track. Non-probability sampling also has many advantages. There are when a respondent refuses to participate, she or he may be replaced by another individual who wants to give information. And they're less expensive, very cost and time effective, easy to use types of sampling methods. However, non-probability sampling also has disadvantage. There are the researcher interview individual who are easily accessible and available. It means the possibility of getting valuable data is reduced. Second, it's impossible to estimate how well the researchers representing the population. And then excessive dependence on judgment. The researchers can calculate margin of error. Bias arise when selecting sample units. The correctness of data is less certain and it is focused on simplicity instead of effectiveness. Okay, I think it's all about my explanation. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.